Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakatash, the blindness to the apostles and elders of Green Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the Akim on the highways and hedges and the four corners preaching this word with truth and sincerity. Shalom to all you sincere listeners. We're just meditating in the spirit. Watch a couple of apostles and elders videos, getting edified. Came across this news article, was reading a little bit of it, meditated on some precepts, and then Lord's willing this to be edifying. This is another testimonial that the Lord is judging the world in which He made, pertaining to the book of 2nd Ezra, 9th chapter. And even though this isn't talking about America, America is going to experience this very soon, very, very soon. Sooner than what the people believe. So I'm going to just get straight to it. Venezuela crisis, mothers giving away babies, children living on streets. Venezuela crisis, why mothers are giving away their newborns. Oil-rich Venezuela is facing one of the world's most humanitarian crises, according to the United Nations. Extreme poverty has jumped 40%. Deaths related to child malnutrition are on the rise, and millions have fled the country in the past 2 years. Many inside and outside Venezuela blame the policies of socialist President Nicolas Maduro, but his supporters point to the opposition, and also imperialist forces outside the country, including the U.S., which has imposed sanctions. You know, regardless of what anybody says and thinks, you know, this is all, like Apostle Tahar said, is the year of prophecy. These prophecies are coming to speak and not lying. The men of the Lord, starting with the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere Akim on down. They've been out preaching, feeding the lambs, and prophesying the destruction of this wicked society that's ran by so-called white man, which is Esau from the Bible. You know, and our people, and it's only for Israel. First and foremost, when I say Israel, that consists of you so-called African Americans, you so-called Hispanics or Latinos, and Native Americans. You see? And majority of our people are not going to hearken into the word until it's too late. You know? Many mothers and children have been among those hit hardest, as the BBC's Vladimir Hernandez found when he spent time in the capital Caracas. Yeah, and rightfully so, because this is a spiritual war. Women and children are not built for war. Like it says, mothers and children among those have been hit the hardest. And yeah, you're rightfully so, because the Lord is a man of war. So, you know, men are going to be able to sustain themselves in that day, and not just any man is going to be a man of the Lord. You know. Let me get this real quick. You get a couple precepts, and I'm going to just close on trying to make this quick. This is the book of Micah, the 2nd chapter. Going to the 10th verse. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. And yeah, this is going out to you Israelites. You got to come up out this place spiritually. Talking about America, because it's going to destroy you even with a sword of destruction. Point blank, period. Yeah, let me get another precept. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah, and as you can see, it says the he. You know, and it didn't say anything about she, even though we know through the Spirit that women are going to be saved. Women and children and certain men are going to be saved as well, the righteous ones, because there's the 144, the elect, and the 1/3. You know, like pertaining to the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter. The Lord's going to save a remnant of his people. Out of that remnant shall consist of men, women, and children. Israelites. You know, the majority of Israel is going to get destroyed, and rightfully so, because they don't understand. They provoke the Lord unto anger. You know, this is the book of Hosea, chapter 9. Yeah, I'll start at 11. As for Ephraim, their glory shall fly away like a bird from the womb, and their sluggy like a bird from the birth, and from the womb, and from the conception. And Ephraim stands for the northern kingdom. You know, from top tribe of Ephraim all the way down to Issachar. Though they bring up their children, yet I will bereave them, that there shall not be a man left. Yeah, woe also to them when I depart from them. And woe means destruction. And this is actually the Lord talking about the time in the ancient time in Hosea. When he had told Hosea to go get a prostitute for a wife, because Israel had went off, man. You know, Israel had went off. The whole nation. I'm talking about the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Even though we got split, we all went off, because it tells you in the precept of Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, how the Lord's going to marry. He's married unto us, and he's going to join himself unto us again, and telling us to repent from that the Lord's not going to continuously be angry for our transgression of sins and us playing the harlot. You know. So the Lord, there's definitely a call, hello, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for that, because if it wasn't for the Lord, we would be dead. Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, majority of our nation is going to die, simply because it's already been written, and the Lord is not a man that he should lie, pertaining to the book of Numbers, the 23rd chapter. So it's written, it's going down. Verse 13, Ephraim, as I saw, is planted in a pleasant place, but Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. Yeah, this is exactly what's going on. The northern kingdom is throwing their kids in the streets because they can't afford them, and that's leaving them for who? The murderer. Who's the murderer? Esau. And this wicked ass government, also known as the beast. That's in Revelation. You know, like it tells you how the beast gave power unto the beast. There. That so-called dragon that gave power unto the beast. The dragon represents Esau, and that other beast represents this Roman Empire. Because America was the rebirth of the Roman Empire. Thus the name Renaissance. You know. But all of that is, to be perfectly honest, is about to come to naught, because the Lord is getting tired, you know. Let me see, this is the book of Amos chapter 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. And there you go again, the Lord saving that remnant. The Lord's will not be part of that number. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. And this is the point right here, because that's what the Lord is doing right now. Right now, the Lord is sifting throughout the nation of Israel, so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, no matter where you're scattered, and he's taking the remnant of what he wants. He's casting away what he doesn't want. And what he doesn't want is going to happen in verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Yeah, and this is exactly what you see in biblical prophecy. You know, Apostle Tahadin this year, 2018, the year of prophecy, these prophecies is coming to speak and not lying. Because these people out here going through judgment and don't even know. You know? Let me get this and I'm going to close real quick, because the phone acting up. You know, Satan doesn't want this word to come out, but it's coming out anyway. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past. Yeah. So the Lord requires which is past. You know, all the sins that you wicked Israelites have committed, you have to pay for that. Just like all the sins that Esau has committed and still continues to commit while he's still in power. Because he is still in power, even though he's coming down. You know, he has to pay for that. And all you heathen nations as well. Verse 16, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Yeah, and this is clearly the case. This is why our nation is still getting judged. You know, the Lord's going to take his last swing at Israel, so to speak, with the sword being Esau. You know? And you can read about that written in the book of Psalms, the 17th chapter. fact, let me get a quick precept out the Apocrypha, you know, because this has all been written, you know. This is biblical prophecy. This is book of Second Ezra, chapter 15. I'll start at 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Yeah, and this is exactly what you're seeing. You know, as far as the part as a man destroying his neighbor for the lack of bread, that part is coming very soon. As a matter of fact, it's already been happening, but not to the level that the precept speaks of, you know. But that's soon to come, very soon. We go to this verse, Second Ezra, 16th chapter, top of the verse. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. And all of that represents America, you know. Gird up yourselves with cloth of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. Yeah, and this is clearly the case, you know. This is the day of the Lord's wrath, man. Point blank period. And it's going to intensify, and it's going to pick up, and it's going to be more death and destruction, you know. As a matter of fact, let me skip up to the top. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Why? Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Yeah, and this is exactly what you're seeing. This is what you're going to see more of. The Lord is passing judgment upon the wicked of his nation. Because he clearly said that he's going to clean up his house as well as clean up everybody else's house. But first, the Lord is going to start amongst Israel. And this is exactly what he's doing. So, you know, Lord's will, you get yourself right. If the Lord deems you fit for salvation. You know, so I'm going to just close with that. Lord's willing, you was edified. Like, give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hawakai, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, and shalom to the elect.